So you say you want to build your own electric bike from a kit. This is what I've learned building an electric bike from a kit. First thing is, the front wheel is cheap, so we'll start at the front end. The front wheel kits are like 150 bucks. And you can see I've got rim brakes on it, but the wheels are set up to be really rough here, so it doesn't really work with the rim brake, but it is drilled for disc. So you could use a disc on it, but my bike doesn't have disc brakes, so I'm kind of stuck with a rim brake that chews up brake pads. So consider the brakes on your bike when you're buying it, and then look for a wheel that matches. This is a torque arm to keep the wheel from spinning loose and breaking out of the front end. So you want to put a torque arm on it just to harness some of the twisting force that's going to happen and keep it from breaking its way out. You'll see I have two kickstands on the bike because putting this big ass battery on it and putting this heavy wheel on it makes it too heavy, so it'll flip over if you use just one kickstand. So I bought this one at Walmart. It's just a Bell adjustable kickstand. So with the two kickstands, it stands strong and it stays where it's supposed to be. The battery, I bought this sealed removable locking battery, so it locks in and you can pull it out to charge it and put it back in. I bought the luggage rack separately. First I just bought the battery, and then how the hell am I going to mount it? And I kind of half-ass mounted it to a generic luggage rack, but I ended up having to buy a luggage rack that has a rail in it and a spot for the battery. So if I had to do it all over again, you can buy a battery kit that comes with this and a luggage rack built into it, just a whole battery luggage rack combo. That's the best way to go to get something that really works. Or if you want to go super cheap, you can just buy a naked battery with a charger. Those kits exist too. If you look at the last video I made, you'll see that I replaced the battery in here with a generic battery that comes with a charger, and that was, I think, $126 for the whole battery. 1000 watt, 10 amp hour, 48 volt battery, so a pretty powerful thing. Think about where you're going to put the brains of it. Like with some kits, you might be able to hide the brains in here or hide it in there. You're going to need a lot of zip ties. And that's really about it. It's a lot of fun. The other thing is, with the front wheel kit, it does a lot of burnouts. And you got to be careful going around corners. If you hit the throttle, it's going to wash out on you. Honestly, for drag racing, you probably would want to have the wheel on the back, and then you want to make sure it fits the gears that are appropriate for your bike. In this one, I wanted to retain the coaster brake. That's why we went with the front wheel kit. We just thought it would be overall easier. I guess if you're a real gangster, there's a guy up in Mulholland that you see near the motorcycle places where he's got batteries in his backpack and he's got a front and rear wheel combo, and he'll be going uphill at 50 miles an hour. So I guess if you want to be crazy, you could do front and rear at the same time, but then why not buy a motorcycle? That's it. It's a fun project, especially if you have kids and you want to teach them how to build stuff and have fun. Put together an e-bike. The other caution was we went with the 1000 watt version, and my son's crashed it. I think some of his friends have crashed it. It's pretty damn scary, and it's probably too fast. So I know all the kids that watch this channel are going to not like me saying that, but you know, you probably want to go with the 500 watt and something a little slower if you're going to have kids. He rode it to school for a couple of years and he crashed, bent the wheel, messed up the seat, was bloody. So it is kind of scary to ride with this much power. Downhill, I can get it up to 39 miles an hour, and then that's as fast as it'll go. On the flats, if you just wide open throttle it, it'll go 30 miles an hour, and uphill it'll do 18 miles an hour. So it's a 1000 watt, 48 volt motor.